All right. Hello. I think we are live. All right, now I need to share it. So give me just a moment to share to all the correct places. All right. Now we're going to send it out to Twitter. Okay. I'm going to move my headset, put it back on my iPad. And we're going to talk journals. Let's make sure everybody can hear me okay. Okay. Loud and clear. Good, because my typing, my... Alright, I want to make sure my face is in there. Everything is good. I need to probably switch my face around, though, because it's got the little YouTube logo covering my face. So let's switch this to here. Alright. Now I think that should be better. If not, then maybe I'll move it to the right-hand corner. Okay, let's do that. All right. We're gonna adjust this a tiny bit so that you don't have all that stuff in the way. And all right, yay. I went to the post office. I don't know if you got the message that I put in the community tab. My package is, we don't know. It's MIA. It is MIA. I ordered inserts for this to finish this setup. And they were supposed to be in yesterday, but they got to the post office here locally a little bit later than my mail person leaves, so my mail person had already left. And they didn't come today, in today's mail. My microns did, my new microns did, but my inserts from Rock Your Notebook did not come in. Now I ordered an extra because this is the journal. This is where I'm just putting things in that come in and whatever. So yeah, I am going to be setting this up, and it will end up on camera, and it's more for me personally. So I wanted to show everybody the setup, but I will film the setup and then put that on the YouTubes. I will. This thing is so twisted. Okay. So I will do that. Here is March in the Hobonichi A6. I am pretty, I'm ready. I'm ready for, I've been doing some of my planning. See, post office. I've been back and forth with this, but it's just made a lot of sense because I write down mostly the to-dos and a few notes to myself in here. This is the personal planner. Okay. Thank you, Delina. Thank you. Thank you. So, the Hobonichi cousin has, thanks to Show Your Work, has soon become more of my document the creative life. Like, I do document bits and pieces of what I was. These are examples of the coffee cups. This was the new sketchbook I got to do the doodles in for Patreon, and then for what's going to be the YouTube memberships. This is testing out watercolor colors for March. I put a palette together with what felt like March colors, which is a whole lot of green. I'm not sure about the yellows. These are all like some kind of yellow. And then this is today. So we went live at almost 6 o'clock. So I'm just going to put 6 o'clock here. And so I've been really digging. I still have some stuff to do in here too. This was when my computer went kaput, and had to replace the hard drive, y'all. I had to replace the hard drive. So I'm gonna go to my face because I figured we'd chat for a bit, and then we can talk about journals and things. You always forget about that. You think it's because of when it was a favorite a million years ago. You used to keep it just so actual favorites. 11-year Hobonichi cousin. To switch journal or planner. I'm not switching. I like it when my notebooks and planners evolve. See, that's what it's done. It's evolved. Because I was doing planning and I was doing journaling, and I'm still going to be journaling. I like to journal on Tomoe River paper. However, when I journal, I find that a lot of times what I need for one day is different than 3 days from now. So one day I might need 1 page, and one day I might need 5 pages, because I do text journaling and documenting my life with collage and pictures and watercolor and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, I have all kinds of different notebooks for all different kinds of things, but I tend to stay in my favorites. And I was in the B6 for so long, I actually found that I missed it. The only other, I like the A5. I don't know whether I'm coming or going with certain things until I'm working through them. And then as I work through them, then I realize whether I'm coming or going with it. I love the Hobonichi for planning and for being creative, and that makes complete and utter sense because I wanted to plan in it. I wanted it to be my planner originally. That's what I bought it for, was to be my planner. And I ended up journaling in it because that's my sweet spot, the journaling on Tomoe River paper. And I automatically went right back to it. That was what I've been doing since the very beginning. And once I switched to Tomoe River paper, Tomo. It's like anyway. So I feel like I'm at this place where as things grow organically, I wanted the A6, which is my personal planner. The A5 Hobonichi is for work. It's for YouTube and the blog on WordPress and for YouTube memberships and for Patreon and for all of that stuff. So I can plan ahead in it. And what I have been doing is planning ahead in it. I have actually worked out content all the way up until the 3rd week of March for YouTube, Patreon, and YouTube memberships. I am going to be hopefully doing blog posts with most of the YouTube videos, the regular YouTube videos that go out. I want to get my website in gear because eventually, maybe by the end of this year, or the end of, or by sometime next year, I will on my website be able to have my creative journaling class on there. That's my goal. And I think it's important because when people think of a creative journal, they have this one idea of certain kind of creative journal. And you know, there are all different kinds of ways to be creative in a journal. You don't have to have it be your document your life, or it be a junk journal, or it be one specific kind of journal, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm still live, but okay. I think as notebooks evolve and things like that, I think I think as we evolve, as we change and we grow, our notebooks, our journals, our planners, how we do that, those things are going to evolve with. I think that's why I'm a work in progress. So my journals and my planners and all of that are also going to be a work in progress, if that makes sense. And I'm okay with that. For example, let me switch. So, okay. So here's March's page. And I added all kinds of bits. I couldn't get the washi tape. I was going to take the washi tape off because I'm going to end up writing some things down here, and it ended up crooked. But, you know, not the best page I've ever created. Not the worst I've ever created. But these are my PDFs, my doodles that I turned into stickers from either transparent or white matte sticker paper. Now these come from the transparent, and these I added are real. I actually did them on there. But these are stickers I made. And then if we get to, this is this week right here. I made these. These are PDFs and doodles that my patrons and the YouTube memberships, if I can figure out how to do them for the YouTube memberships, they will get. I created these. I colored this in red because I left it white. Because I figured people might want to color in whatever color pencil they wanted. And then these are things that I did. I don't have them on every single page, but here's my content list. I'm missing one topic for a coffee chat for YouTube, and I think that will either come to me, or I'm hoping that maybe out of the suggestions that people get from comments or from the chat or whatever, then I can write that down. I think it's important. I flip-flop back and forth when I'm feeling a little off. I'll do a little bit of planning or a little bit of journaling elsewhere in a different size, and as long as I'm dating it, I'm okay. When I get the urge, the itch to switch, part of that's because of anxiety. It's because of stress and overwhelm. When I find that things are too much in life, like when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm stressed out, when my anxiety's high, all last year felt like that on and off. This year so far has kind of felt like that on and off. I'll go to something simple, like just making a to-do list, writing down. You know, there's days in here, like I've done art, I've done all different kinds, like some of it's blank, but I can use the blank pages for notes. This is when I came back from vacation. You know, I've got all different kinds of things in here. And I go back, but that's the great thing about having it, is that I got ink on the white, y'all. How upsetting is that? But that's the great thing about doing that, is that I can throw this in the bag. It's more of an everyday carry, and it's for personal stuff. I can't put all of my personal stuff in here because there are certain things I really don't want online. Right now I haven't gotten to that point, but eventually I will, as like my mom has doctor's appointments and I need to write things down. Or I have an eye doctor appointment at the end of this month, at the end of March, which I need to write down. I wrote it down in the one thing, and I will have to write it down elsewhere. But my personal stuff, I was thinking that the traveler's notebook could actually be what goes back and forth with me in the house. It'll have a calendar, an insert with all 12 months calendars. It'll have an insert for the notes and the to-do list and the tracking and the and that kind of stuff, like very bullet journal-y, but I'm doing all my planning in the A6 and in the Cousin. So I don't need really a planner so much as I need sort of a notes or and things like that. Like some of the stuff that you put in a bullet journal, because I'm using a Hobonichi, so, and then I have the journal insert. Where I can do art and just collage stuff. Sometimes it's going to be neater, but life has been really messy lately since we had the winter wrath, and we didn't get snow, but we got rain, and more rain. And I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I can't take, for a couple of years, I was on medicine for the arthritis. I was on arthritis medicine, I was on a pain medicine, and a muscle relaxer kind of thing. And I have gastric stomach. I had an ulcer a good while back. And I have IBS. Well, the arthritis medicine and the pain medicine were hurting my stomach. It was getting to the point where I was having really bad stomach pains. And I had to get off of the medicine. And so now for about quite a few years, I haven't been on anything really. I think it's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years. I haven't been on pain medicine for it. So when the weather gets really bad, all I take is over-the-counter stuff, and I do a lot of stretches. I went to physical therapy, and it's getting to the point now, though, with the older that I get and the more doing the work on the barn and other things, that I've got to do something. And I don't want to go back on medicine, and I want to be able to use my hands. I have rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, my shoulders, and my neck. And I have regular arthritis and tendonitis, whatever. But I'm trying out CBD oil. I'm doing the gummies. We're going to see if that helps. But I've also been doing exercises, and I wear those things at night for the carpal tunnel, and the arthritis helps. But one of the things that I've been realizing is that I need to make some other changes, more personal changes. And in order to keep my workflow going, I don't want all of those personal changes, all of that personal stuff in the planner that I use for work. So you can see in the very first day, I was doing planning. And these are notes. These are notes, and things that are important are highlighted. And then you get here, and I'm journaling. Oh, there's a gnat. You can tell the weather's getting warm. And then I'm journaling. And I'm like, there's no planning, so I went to journaling. And I was like, this is not making me, this is not what I got this for. Some days I'm actually going to need a couple of pages. So I have, and then I was thinking, okay, I like this. So what I'm doing, I had the day free, and I was originally going to do the bullet journaling. I was originally doing work stuff, but because I have the day free, see, I was doing work stuff. I decided to switch things around. I tried bullet journaling and the day free to do what I was talking about, like the more personal stuff on this side and using this. But one of the things I'm finding is I think this is going to come out of here, and it's going to go in the motor. And I think, because this is getting quite chunky, it's getting quite chunky, and I'm just going to get, I have an insert from Taroko Design, I believe. And these are just lined Tomoe River paper. So this can go right here for whenever I need to just jot things down. I've got a couple of these. And when I'm trying to figure something out, or when I want to write out the coffee chats and things like that. I actually have a notebook for the coffee chats. Is everybody still there? Can you hear me okay? Is everything still going okay? I have to ask. It says excellent connection, so I'm just checking to make sure everything is okay. But so if I keep planning and I document things, and I can say see insert, or I can say see notebook for this, then I'm fine. And this can go in the mo term. Okay, great. This can go in the mo term. Because the mo term doesn't like a really chunky journal either. I have the A5 journal with the Tomoe River paper in it, the new one, and I also have the A5 other dot grid by, this not the Crossfield, that's the micro dot, but they're 480 pages and they don't want to fit in here, and they're just getting too chunky and too heavy. So I think what I may do is when I run out, this is going to end up being my journal, and I'll just paper clip. See, I was planning, that's the voiceover for. And I think instead of doing that kind of stuff, I'm probably going to, I'll probably white out over this, because this is going to just be a journal, and maybe I'll put a little picture. Or maybe I'll write something, a win for that day. You know, I don't want, I don't have to have, like I can paper clip this, like this, and voila, we'll use the little coffee one, and then from here on is just my journal, because these aren't dated pages. And so when I'm actually doing more of the like a certain kind of journaling or whatever, I've got this and I can journal in it. I've also got the B6 and the A6. So this is the Galen leather, which is what I think I really want to journal in. I had some more personal stuff in here. Like I was doing more manifesting and spiritual stuff in here. I started to do something different in September, and then I thought, no, that's not really working. I play around with the journal until I get to a point where I know exactly what the journal is meant for. And so now this is what I was thinking, because I have a lined thing, and I want to go back to B6 for my document my life kind of journal, but I don't want to do it the way that I was doing it back here. So when I'm doing this, I want to pick one thing from the day, journal about it, sketch it, watercolor it, and then write one page worth, nothing fancy. So that in the A5 I just showed you, this is where all throughout the day I'm documenting things, or like, that's why I have the standard insert that I started with and I showed you. So this is where I'm documenting things down. And maybe I draw something or I doodle something or whatever. Maybe this is a commonplace journal. I don't know. I don't know exactly what this one's going to be yet, but I know it's not going to be what it was, because it's just that setup is just not working. So between this, and I also have some spiritual stuff that I want to start keeping up with, but I wanted something that could go with this, and then I have the weeks, and I don't get the weeks out and show it. I'll show it every once in a blue moon, like in the vlog I just did for Patreon, they saw me using it when I was out, because that is for our personal family stuff. So my mom's doctor's appointments, anything with my stepdaughter, anything with my grandkids, anything with my husband, with my in-laws, their stuff goes in there, and they don't choose to be on social media. I do. So I don't share their stuff. I write our grocery list. I write our family business stuff. You know, that is what's in there. It's in my purse right here. And it stays there. And the pin came out. I'm going to have to tuck the pin back in. But I take it with me when I go places. It stays in my purse. I will get it out and write something on it. And then I need to change that anyway. And then when I'm done, I put I write Post-it notes when I'm not like near it or whatever. And then I'll transfer the Post-it note into the weeks. And voila. Sometimes they're big Post-it notes, sometimes they're smaller Post-it notes, but that stays in my purse, and it's not really part of the social media stuff. I just like it because it's compact. And what I wanted to be able to do was put this up underneath the elastic if I needed to. And this could go, you know, and then this is so little it doesn't really matter if it's in there. I mean, yeah, can you see me? Okay, this is so little it doesn't really matter. I can toss it in my purse by itself. But this I can put right up underneath that elastic, and they kind of will go together, which is why I themed the black stuff with the, you know, I've got the birds. So I wanted this stuff to be together, and I have more of the red stuff that's more social media stuff. If that makes sense. And I have purple stuff that's more of my regular spiritual stuff. But I can add some of that into this so that when because I'm walking from the barn to the house, from the house to the barn, from the barn to the house. And I want something that I can carry with me everywhere, which is this for me. So this is the planning, and this is more of the journaling and the note-taking, if that makes sense. So I'm still waiting on my inserts for this. I got the 160 page, I think it's dot grid insert from Rock Your Notebook. She's in North Carolina, and it should have been here yesterday, and it's MIA, so that's why I decorated. And I'm like this. I'm like, where is my package? Where is my package? And I've been watching the Cecil Hotel thing on Netflix. I need to cut this down to fit in here because my fountain pens, and this is the blank Tomoe River paper. I've had this insert for quite a while. It's gorgeous. I should have gotten it out for February, but I couldn't find the Traveler's Notebook. It was stuck in a corner. Excuse me. Allergies, and I did not take an allergy pill today, and I really need to. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to film the setup of this. And then this has just become my personal planner. So an everyday carry, the two of these together. And then the weeks is a completely separate entity. And so between this is the creative journal planner, I should say. This is the creative planner. This is probably the I think I'm gonna do document my day in here, where I just do one, like I said, one thing, because I want to get better at sketching, and I like this Tomoe River paper to sketch on, the blank one. I'm not real big on journaling. I need some kind of guide or something. And then I was thinking about making this, maybe, the creative, this is the creative planner, this is the document my day. So this would be more of my life. So when I'm studying, if I'm taking notes, some of the stuff could go in here, and then the rest of it would go in the traveler's notebook. Or I could put it in, if I have an idea, say I'm in the house and have an idea for something, and I write it down in the traveler's notebook in the notes and things insert, because I actually have a notes and things notebook that stays at my desk. That's what it actually says. And so throughout the day, if I come up with an idea, I jot it down. I'm gonna do a video about this pretty soon, because that's for here. It doesn't leave this area, but if I'm reading a book and I want to take notes, I could do it in here. That coffee thing's not going to stay. I'm going to need a little bit better paper clip. This is the gray one. So we're going to get my gray shark. And there we go. We'll put the gray shark. So if I have notes to self, this has my goals and stuff in it. So this would be a really good idea to continue with the notes and my goals, and to check in with myself in a reflection kind of journal. Maybe that's what this needs to be. You know, I'm still, like I said, I'm still letting some of it grow organically. There's a part of me that would like to do every single thing in just one container. You know, like have 2 notebooks or 3 notebooks in this one container, this one journal container, but it would not house enough, which is why I think the traveler's notebook is a really good thing, because it has sort of a 3-in-1. So the calendars are sort of a planner part. The notebook, where I write notes and text journal, or you know, stream of consciousness, or maybe I jot down ideas or notes or whatever, and then I have the insert in the back for the journaling. I don't know, I have been feeling a bit of one book July early. I have been thinking about one book March, and yet here I am separating things into a bunch of different journals. I don't know, am I the only one? Am I the only one? Because if I broke it down, like, this is the work planner, so it would need to be separate from the other stuff. But I think I could actually use the traveler's notebook, the black one, and it be for every single thing, and take a bit of a hiatus from everything else. And just kind of throw some sketchbook paper, like a sketchbook, or some sketchbook paper along with it in there somewhere. Tuck it in. I have to use my big sketchbook for the doodles, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm the only one. Oh, my coffee has gotten really hot. That's that stuff. I got to get that out of there. I can't stand that. So does anybody else have that feeling, that urge? Is there anybody else who likes the idea of one notebook but can't do one notebook? That's that film from the creamer. And the creamer is very oil-based. I guess nobody else feels that urge. I'm the only one. I'm gonna cut the warmer off because it's way too hot now. Because I like the way that this looks. I do. And I think what I want to do is start doing more of this in the insert for the traveler's notebook. And I kind of just got messy with it because I was feeling really messy and I was really upset about the inserts not being in. You have a separate work bullet journal because if it's in work, I don't want people reading your personal stuff, but otherwise only one book. Yeah. Because I do this for a living, I have to keep up with multiple things. And I think if I can get to a place where this year I've been cultivating you keep trying to cram more notebooks in your traveler's notebook, and it gets so heavy you can't take it with you. You think your perfect book would be the A5 cousin if it had note pages at the back like the Weeks does. There you go, Abigail. That's exactly my point. If I get to a point where I have the blank Hobonichi notebook, it would be, and that would be that was what I was doing. I technically could put that day free back in here and use it as the journal. Use this as the planner and this is the journal. And but most of the stuff is work, because there are certain personal things like that really just don't belong on social media. So the traveler's notebook and the Weeks, the traveler's notebook and the little A6 are more of the personal stuff. So if I don't know, I may it's just this is going to get chunkier and this is going to get chunkier, so they have to be in a separate. And that's what you were talking about. If it could be if maybe next year I just need to get 2 AVEX, get one for the planning and one for the journaling. Although I don't need the weekly pages for the journaling, I really don't. So this I think is going to become my journal, and this is the planner. I might switch the covers around because I like, my friend Maya, who passed away, gave me the red cover, and the red will match the red journal. So consequently, you run with the A5 cousin, the A6 original, and the Weeks. Yeah. So that's what I've got. And the only thing I'm changing is the traveler's notebook, because I can throw it around and I can go do urban sketching and plein air sketching. And I've got an insert with watercolor paper in it I can actually throw in there, that it doesn't stay in there. I just throw it in there when I'm going somewhere. Because I just have it folded to go over the elastic, so I have paper to take. I have a sketchbook though, but that's something I've been thinking about. Maybe we will do that. Maybe I will take the journaling bits out and take this out. The only thing is, I put my cute little sticker on this, on the back of it. That works out well. But yeah, I put my cute sticker on the back. The squirrel with the little hat on. Yeah, and that's okay though. It's okay. But I guess that just means that when I need to create some stickers to go on here. And then I have another little insert. I don't like that one. Where is the... I don't know. I know I have another one, but I also have this. Oh, there, that. So we'll switch this around. So maybe I should do it the other way. This is the half a year Stology. And see that's not, that motorm will close, but the chunkier that thing gets, the less it's going to want to close. I don't know. So I'll find the other A5 insert. I know I have it somewhere. And I'll go through and fix that later. But this fits perfectly like that. I could also make an A5 insert. And then and I'm still with the extra notebooks. Do you see how that works? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. One of the people I resonate with a lot is Sylvia from, she's got the Sincerely Writes Planning Sylvia, I think. And then she also has a writing channel now. What is Sylvia's channel's name? She just did a pretty good video about the black Moterm. I think she did it was a standard traveler's notebook a few weeks ago. She did something else just the other day. I just watched a video. And now I can't think. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm thinking it's time to switch things up. And the reason I say that is because I started looking at some of my old B6 journals. This is from 2019. And I'm missing this, is the issue. I'm missing. I was practicing for something. I'm missing this. There's something underneath there. It is, and I think that's why this is the third time now I've been reminiscing through these B6 notebooks. And I think that's why. So the Galen leather notebook, yeah, I'm thinking... But I take a lot of notes and I do a lot of research. Let me switch this back because what I really want to put together and talk about, I can't because I don't have the inserts for it yet. So, I think it's important that you at least attempt and try and find your own, way, that you do your own thing. There are a lot of trends out there. There's the Hobonichi, there's the Nolte, there's the Jibun Techo, there's the Erin Condren, there's the Happy Planner, and that's all just for planning. Then we get into the journaling, and you got your Hobonichi, and you've got all different kinds of things. People do their journaling in sketchbooks, people do their journaling in notebooks, people do their journaling in their memory keeping and their planners. There's all kinds of different things, and it's fun to play. And if you have the opportunity to try different things, then it's great. I have some things already that I've tried, and maybe they didn't work out at that time, but maybe they'll work out now, so I'm repurposing things. I don't have the money to go out and buy a whole lot of other things. I was looking today at the prices for some things, and I went, oh my goodness. Wow. For the price of that one notebook, the leather notebook, I could almost buy a MacBook. A new to me one, not a brand new one, but at least a new to me one. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I tend to buy some of mine, like every now and again I'll save up and I'll buy one, I'll order one specifically. But a lot of times if I happen to be looking for something, I'll either look on the buy sell trade group. I just can't afford to go out and spend that kind of money. We have faucets that need to be repaired. I've got a ceiling that I need to finish doing in here that we haven't gotten everything for yet. I just spent a fortune I could have bought that cover for the price that I just spent fixing my computer because I had to get a new hard drive. $400 later. Things like that are much more important. And I can switch the covers around, and I tend to like gray and black and white and red. I like I'll get in a mood, and I like the purples for certain things. There are some that I would love to have. Like I would like, what is it? Excuse me, y'all. I can't think of the brand now, to be honest. But there are a few different ones out there that I would love to try the leather. I never tried Foxy Fix. I have not tried Monique. She does all the artwork on those. Oh, man. The Lady Falconer is what she's called. I think it's what her business. I love her stuff. Absolutely, absolutely love her stuff. And I would so love to get one custom made by her in a red leather, with some kind of weeping willow tree on it. Um, and maybe like a man or a woman or a couple or something standing way in the background, like a silhouette. But I mean, I haven't ordered one. Eventually, maybe I'll get one. I just been thinking about like using what I have and repurposing some of the things that I have, because I have plenty of stuff to work from. I only ordered inserts because I don't like the cream colored inserts that come with the traveler's notebook, or that you can purchase on Amazon, or that Michaels has. And I've tried making my own. I tried cutting down a notebook and stuff, and mine worked out okay, but I can get blank Tomoe river paper, and I can also get some of the Tomoe river paper that has the dot grid on one side, but then it's like blank on the other side, and I prefer to have some kind of, So I just thought it would be really fun to, hello from England are gorgeous. No, I have not seen their artwork, but I think I've heard of them, Susan. Yeah, I'll have to look. I would like, I think I'm at the place now where I'm ready to branch out a little, and I maybe wouldn't mind having something for the spring. Like, or I don't, I would, the only colors I don't do, or the only color I don't do is orange. I like all other colors, and I'm more of a jewel tone person. Like, I actually like the salmon color. I like, that's about the one of the few oranges that I like, is the color called salmon. Um, or is that it? I think so. But I don't know. I've been thinking about branching out a little, getting out of my comfort zone, maybe, and getting something green for spring. How weird is that? I can't believe I've even been thinking about that. Um, but at the same time, I love black, red, and gray. I've even thought about getting a white, but the white would get so filthy. I do have some browns, and those are the ones that I use to put things in to store. They end up stored. Um, I have some very colorful ones. I have a turquoise one. I like turquoise and teal. Um, I've actually looked at some of those. That would be a pretty color for the spring and the summer. I don't know, just thinking about different things, but I think that's the reason I chose the black traveler's notebook and the black superior labor um, pouch, is because I'm not a fan of brown. I don't like brown very much. I like dark browns, really dark browns, and I like the browns that have a red undertone. So I like black. I'm a black, gray, red, dark blue, you know. So anyway, midnight blue is my husband's favorite color. So we have a lot of gray. We have gray and red and blue in our house. A lot of we have a red Ashley furniture sofa sleeper. And then we have a dark sort of garnet red leather recliner. And then I have a tweed, sort of a khaki color. It's a old lazy boy. You change your cover seasonally. It's fun to have new colors, but you need to keep your planing system. Yeah, see, that's what I've been thinking about, which is why I think my core system stays the same pretty much. It's evolved and it's grown, but the very, very basic system is still a list and a calendar. I'm always going to be a list and a calendar person. So as long as I have a list and a calendar, I'm good. Hey, I'm live on YouTube.
How long are you going to be live?
I don't know, but they can hear you. So I cut you off speakerphone. I'm live.
Okay, the starter in my truck went out at Porter's gas station.
Uh-huh.
So I asked Josh to come get me, hoping we can get a starter, but I'm going to need to change it out in the gas station.
Oh, crap. Well, okay.
It will not turn on. I cannot leave.
Okay.
So I was just gonna see if you could get the kids or at least Selena so that he can help me change it out.
Okay.
Since I'm stuck at the gas station, I have to go to O'Reilly's to grab a starter.
Okay. Let me call David and I'll get off the live. All right, baby. I love you. I'll call you back.
I just hang out with the kids. They like kids.
Okay. I love you. I'll call you back. I'm gonna call. Okay.
I love you too. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault. Your starter went out.
I knew it was going bad. I was intending to replace it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right. Well, I gotta go, y'all. My daughter's starters went out in the truck, so we've got some stuff to go. I've got to go get grandkids because they it won't start, and she's gonna have to fix it in the parking lot. So um, I hope that y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all soon. Thanks for being here. Real life, y'all. Bye. Yeah, more car troubles.